Gary, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
And thank you so much. And thank you for everything that you're doing. I'm the son of in a family of military people, and my heart is in this with you. This is a neglected piece of society. When guys and ladies come back from the wars that we fight, we just seem to forget about them.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't forget about them, and that's one of the motivators for me to start my own foundation. After September 11th, I just felt called to service and called to action, and I discovered multiple military nonprofits that were out there doing great work in a variety of missions, serving our wounded, taking care of our Gold Star families, entertainment, first responder issues, all kinds of things. And there were just a lot of very generous and supportive people that I was inspired by. I got involved in it and eventually created my own foundation. But I understand what you're saying. I mean, the way I look at it is that these are the people that provide our freedom. They support us. It's easy to say, oh, they defend our freedom and that, but you have to really think about it. What if you didn't have the freedom? And I've to enjoy the pursuit of happiness that we do here. I've been to various places around the world where they don't really know what freedom is. They've been under the boot of some dictator or something like that. They have militaries that are there to oppress them, not liberate them. We have one that's here that defends our freedom and defends the freedom of the world. So I never take that for granted, and certainly after September 11th, when we were all paralyzed by that terrible attack and kind of living in fear as to what the future was going to be, I just raised my hand. I just felt kind of called to action to get out there and support the people that were responding to that terrible event. And I think it was the seeds that were planted in the 80s and 90s because of the veterans in my family, the Vietnam veterans that I've worked with, the disabled veterans I worked with after I played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump, that kind of set the stage for me to jump in full-time on this service mission after September 11th. And that's why I created the Gary Sinise Foundation.
And it's a great foundation and a great testament to what we can do as individuals. I mean, we don't all need to start foundations, but it certainly allows everybody the opportunity to show their gratitude and help out.
Well, that's why that's one of the things I wanted to start it for. Over the years, I've been so active with military support. People were always asking me, where should I can't do anything, but I can write a check. Who should I donate to, and that kind of thing. And I would point them in this direction and that direction. Eventually, I just created my own military charity. Now we have thousands of donors, thousands of supporters. Great companies have come on board to support us. In fact, you see this Jeep behind me right here. This Jeep was refurbished. It's a 1981 Jeep. It was refurbished by Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey Garage Crew, who have a great television series, Fast and Loud, on the Discovery Channel. And they refurbished this Jeep, which is going to be auctioned off at Barrett-Jackson, the world's largest car auction, to raise money for the Gary Sinise Foundation. Richard and his team are very supportive of veterans, and they wanted to do something to help the Gary Sinise Foundation. So 100% of the proceeds on Friday night, which you can watch on Motor Trend TV and the Motor Trend app. Go there, and you can see the auction live. 100% of the proceeds will go to the Gary Sinise Foundation to support our many programs to help our service members and first responders.
And that is a wonderful thing that you're doing. And look at the people that are surrounding you. I mean, those guys are Michelangelos with cars.
They really are. I mean, they're great artists. I mean, this thing was banged up, and they really turned it into something. It's got Gary Sinise Foundation logos on it. When I first saw it, I was blown away. I was knocked out. The speedometer and the gauges in there have our logo in there. There's a little coin tacked onto the side of it, a Gary Sinise Foundation coin. So it's a special vehicle, and it's going to do some special things when the proceeds that are raised from the sale of this Jeep go to the Gary Sinise Foundation to help us. I hope we raise a lot of money. It's going to be all televised on the Fast and Loud television show in a 2-part episode coming up a little bit later. So I encourage everybody to check it out. And if you're at Barrett-Jackson, raise your hand. Support the Gary Sinise Foundation by bidding on this Jeep.
And you know what? Will they take bids on the phone as well? I think they do,
I
right?
think they do, yeah.
I might be bidding on that Jeep.
Well, I hope so. Thanks.
Anyway, and you also have a brand new book coming out.
Yes, I have a book that kind of, it tracks, it's kind of a memoir, and it's called Grateful American, which I am, a journey from self to service, and it tracks this, growing up on the south side of Chicago, starting a theater company, getting involved in acting, coming into the movie and television industry, and how that success there and the focus on the self aspect of building a career manifested itself into this service work that I'm involved in now. I hope it's inspirational. People have told me that they're inspired by it and motivated by it. I hope people, buy it. It's in pre-sale now. You can go to GarySiniseFoundation.org, and there's a link on there. It comes out February 12th.
Gary, we're putting up all of the information on the screen that you're talking about as well, so people can watch this interview and, of course, grab the book, donate to the Gary Sinise Foundation. I want to thank you so much for your time this morning. As a grateful American as well, I'm grateful to you for everything that you're doing.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.